Tack så mycket.
Thank you very much. The Left Party is highly critical of the agreement that's being debated on and put to the vote today. Hundreds of NGOs and organisations who work with the reception of migrants and life-saving have been very clear. We will say no to this agreement. The vote that will take place later will not resolve the problems that it was meant to resolve. There won't be an automatic redistribution of those seeking protection. The first country of arrival will still be responsible. There's no real solidarity built in here. Nothing is being done, absolutely nothing, to stop the death in the Mediterranean. On the contrary, the borders which become more and more closed off will see more brutality, and so people have to take worse risks and take more dangerous routes. We'll get more of what is not working. And I wish that more of you had been there and seen what happens at the EU's borders, because we'll have more systematic defence, detention of people at the EU's borders, with the dehumanisation that involves. We'll see more violence and humiliation, and I can assure you there's a lot of that already. We'll see deterrence, and we'll see defence, we'll see detention. We'll see more cooperation with despots. You remember we started with Turkey, but here we are, the Libyan so-called Coast Guard, which is forcing people back to violence and torture, where people are turning people back to them to be tortured. We're doing everything to stop people coming to us. One of the most serious problems with this agreement is that the individual right to seek asylum is being attacked. It's being undermined in a terrible way, because the EU will be able to say, you came from a so-called safe third country. You won't even get a request for protection monitored. So your request for protection will not even be checked. And that's basically undermining the right to asylum. Now, many of you here say, well, we couldn't have done anything else. We've heard this before, haven't we? Tina, there is no alternative. Well, why are you involved in politics if you're happy with this dystopian falling in with the right-wing footsteps, the extremists? That's not the way the Left Party wants to go. We, from all parties, we all know that we can do things better. We've proved that. When Putin's bombs were falling on Ukrainian citizens, we made sure that we gave protection to those who had to flee. That is the path we should have taken. That is still the path we should choose, not this brutal, dehumanized way. There is a proposal that actually is quite prominent amongst the proposals, and that is a Left report from me about a migrant quota system to make sure the most vulnerable migrants will be helped. We work with UNHCR and others. We make sure we support those countries who are having to take in many migrants, sometimes millions of migrants. That is what we do in the Left. We roll up our sleeves when the rest of your political families here want to close off borders, increase brutality, get rid of the right to asylum. We on the Left open up safe and legal routes for migration. This package, including the migrant quota system, is not obligatory for member states, but it is one way for people to find a safe route to Europe, and I'm proud of that. And I hope that every single member state takes this opportunity to protect people, those who are seeking protection in Europe, because that is the Europe that people want to see. They don't want to be part of a dystopian Europe where the only choice is to kowtow to the nationalist right. We know that we can do things better, so make sure you vote through the left forces when you have an opportunity to go to the ballot box in June. Thank you.
Muito obrigado.